YouTube, it's Above Average Cody here, and whether you're still in the trenches grinding ranked, or you're just on the outside looking in, waiting to make a new appearance in Season 3, today, this video is completely for you. We're going over the current state of Halo Infinite Ranked, following all the changes that came post-Season 3. And if you are currently playing, guys, you really don't feel many of these changes, but there's honestly some very important ones that have been made that greatly change the way it plays. Now, first off, what are these changes? They finally vaulted weapons. They vaulted the most annoying weapons that have been lingering in ranked. You will no longer be seeing the Mangler, the Energy Sword, or the Pulse Carbine. All very annoying weapons that are completely wiped out. They're vaulted. You will not be seeing them. Supposedly they're going to be adjusted for a later update, but who knows when that may be. Some other rank changes that happen, guys, are the placement matches. You now only need to do 5 placement matches instead of the full 10, and the matchmaking for those and all other matches, guys, are now based on CSR, which is your rank, instead of MMR, even though it is still used to balance teams. I already did a whole video on that, so I'm not going to go too crazy discussing that in this one. And then, of course, guys, the Bandit Rifle and the Shroud Screen, both very exciting and added to ranked in very select locations. You can find the Bandit on Argyle, Streets, and Livefire, and then you can also find the Shroud Screen on, I believe, only Livefire and Streets. And there's been a few other wall weapon changes. I'm not going to go into all of them in this video because there's a lot of other things to cover, but I will put them on screen for you guys that are curious and are interested in reading them yourself. You can also find them on Waypoint. And one other small thing that was added was you can actually see whether you overperform or underperform on kills. It's kind of cool because every time, no matter how many kills you get, it seems to say you overperformed, which is a little bit of gas from the post-game screen. But no matter how many times you die, it says you underperformed, which would mean you died more times than intended. But I've seen posts of people literally dying 2 times and getting underperformed. So I think the idea of that is you, like, died less than they expected you to. It's a cool feature. It makes 0 sense right now, but that is one of the things that was added. And then finally, guys, I regret to announce there are no new maps. The only thing that changed map-wise is Detachment is no longer in, but supposedly it's coming back. I have no idea, but that is the rumor. Now, the meat and potatoes of the video, guys, how is the current rank system? I'm talking about placements. I'm talking about gains and losses. And to be honest, it feels a little bit better. Leading up to Season 3 in the final 2 or 3 months, it was pretty bad. It felt like every single game I was losing way more SR than I was gaining. This feels a little bit better. I think the most I've lost is 9 only once, but for the majority of the time, I only lose about 7 SR, and I'm gaining probably anywhere from 8 to 11 each win. Now, of course, this could be because I placed lower than they actually feel, the game actually feels I should be at rank-wise, but it feels better than it did previously, and I'm at the same exact rank. I am hard stuck Diamond 2 and Diamond 3, but I'm gaining a little bit more. Does that mean I have higher MMR through way of my 5 placements? Does that mean that the SR gains and losses is better? I don't know, but my current experience, guys, it feels like it is a little bit better, a little bit more rewarding, and frankly, a little bit more forgiving in terms of how much I'm losing. The placement matches also felt pretty balanced. I didn't notice too many outliers. We didn't get any teams that we completely obliterated, and then we didn't get any teams that we felt like were, like, completely out of our league, which is a pretty big deal because the placement matches in the past felt like they're kind of all over the place. So who knows what MMR or whatever they're using to file you into those placements. But it seems pretty fair, it seems pretty balanced, and the game seems to have a pretty good idea where it wants, at least me as an individual. I'm sure there's plenty of outliers that are going to be in the comments saying, oh, that wasn't the case for me, but feel free to mention that down below if you had a bit of a different experience. So the rank system feels solid enough. It feels a little bit better than it did, but again, it's still early. A lot could go wrong, and I feel like that's a perfect transition into what is going wrong. For some reason, post-update, the desync feels worse. Despite desync updates, it feels worse. It feels like I'm getting shot behind walls more than I was prior to the update, and then something with the BR does not feel right. I don't know if it's the aim settings in general, if something changed. I don't know if it's the hit registration. I don't know if it's the servers making the hit registration bad. Something feels off. Something does not feel right. If you haven't played the game in a while and you're planning to make your return in Season 3 to Ranked, you may not even notice. You may just get on and be like, oh, I'm a little sticky, little ice cold, little rusty. But those of you that have been grinding in the trenches, I know most of you probably feel it. Because my BR right away after the install of the update just did not feel right. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if they broke something and they're fixing it. I really just have zero clue, but something feels a little bit off, mainly with the battle rifle. And then it's worth mentioning that there's massive frame rate issues on Xbox right now. They're hard capped at 90. They're fluctuating. It's making the game pretty unplayable for some people on Xbox. I'm on PC, so that's not from my own experience, but that is what I'm hearing, and that's a really big deal. A lot of people screaming about it on Twitter right now. But finally, I want to mention the 3v4s. There has been so many 3v4s. I don't know if it's the game crashing. We've had a few where teammates just don't load in at all, so we can't even leave the game because we loaded in with only 3. It doesn't say that that 4th person left, and it's just really nauseating when you're trying to get up to the rank you feel you should be at, and you're getting 3v4, 3v4. I mean, you can still leave out of most of these and only get the -5, but just the fact that it feels like it's happening so often is kind of sickening. We even loaded into a 2v3. I saw somebody say they loaded into a 1v2, and I'm talking people aren't even leaving. They're straight up not even loading into the game. So, a lot of weird stuff going on, but if I'm being completely honest, and make no mistake, I am very biased. As you guys know, 98% of my gameplay is ranked here on Halo Infinite. I think ranked right now is overall pretty good. I mean, it's kind of defeating that we didn't really get any new maps, but people are quick to forget about the most annoying weapons to die to finally being out and vaulted. I think that's a pretty big W. They're heading in the right direction with the underperformed, overperformed idea, but they need to be a little more clear on how that system works and don't make it seem like they're just putting the overperformed on the kills and the underperformed on the deaths. And then I love the 5 placements. The 5 placements is very nice. I've had plenty of buddies that go, oh, I don't want to play ranked because I can't play with you for my 10 placements. 10 just feels like a lot. By now, most of the players on this game, the game should have a pretty good idea where they should be anyways, because let's be honest, it's using some form of hidden MMR somewhere to rank you. So lowering those matches, I think, is a pretty big W. The rank system's been pretty forgiving so far for me. I don't know if that's just like early season forgiveness or if it's just I'm not at the rank I'm supposed to be at yet, but it feels pretty good. The biggest knock is no new maps and the BR not feeling quite right. Little disappointed with all that stuff, guys, but I can easily look past that because I just like ranked. Halo Infinite ranked scratches a competitive itch that not many games do nowadays, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think we're moving in the right direction, especially with them pushing the CSR matchmaking out prior to Season 3 dropping. So, overall, I don't know. Can I give this something on a scale of 1 to 10? I'll give it a 7 out of 10 right now. There's still plenty of room for improvement in Ranked, but it's nice. I'm glad they threw the Bandit in. I'm glad they threw the Shroud screen in. And frankly, I'd like to see new maps, which it's rumored maybe some are coming in, including one remake coming in Season 3. So, I think it'll be a good season for Ranked. Like I said, we're heading in the right direction, and that pretty much covers the current state of Halo Infinite Ranked. So, everybody, hit that subscribe button. I upload every day Halo content. We stream Ranked 5 days a week, and the support has just been insane. So hit that sub button, join the fam here. Leave a like on the video, guys. Leave a comment whether you are grinding this game or pondering whether or not you should come back to this game. I want to hear all of your thoughts down below. And then finally, guys, channel membership, super thanks. If you'd like to support monetarily, it helps me out a lot as a creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But guys, thank you so much for all the support lately. It has been insane on the channel, and I'm just doing my best here to keep up with all the fun content for you guys. So stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.